Hello, we're back again today with our Tuesday new books. We're going to talk about some fiction, nonfiction, DVDs, and audiobooks today. First, we're going to start with fiction. We've got a bunch of big name new books coming out this week. Starting off with David Baldacci's newest one, Mercy. It's an Atlee Pine thriller. FBI agent Atlee Pine's harrowing search for her long-lost sister Mercy reaches a boiling point in this breakneck thriller. David Baldacci. New one by Jane Castle, who's actually Jane Ann Krantz. This is one of her fantasy science fiction. It's a harmony novel. Welcome to Illusion Town on the colony world of harmony, like Las Vegas on Earth, but way more weird. Jane Castle. Morrison Scott Card, The Last Shadow. One planet, 3 sapient species living peacefully together, and one deadly virus that could wipe out every world in the Starways Congress, killing billions. Yikes, sounds familiar. Orson Scott Card. Okay, the next one is Alexander McCall Smith, The Joy and Light Bus Company. In this latest installment in the beloved #1 Ladies Detective Agency series, Mama Ramatsui is tempted to put the brakes on a business venture before it even gets rolling. Alexander McCall Smith. New one, Clive Cussler, The Devil's Sea. It's a new Dirk Pitt novel. Fearless adventurer Dirk Pitt must unravel a historical mystery of epic importance in the latest novel in the beloved New York Times bestseller series by Clive Cussler, The Devil's Sea. A few Christmas titles. This is Richard Paul Evans, The Christmas Promise. He puts up a Christmas story every year. On the night of her high school graduation, Rochelle Bach's father gives her and her identical twin sister, Michelle, matching opal necklaces. These opals look identical, he tells them, but the fire inside each is you, completely unique, just like the two of you. The Christmas Promise. Another Christmas one by Anne Perry, Christmas Legacy. Thomas and Charlotte Pitt's former maid takes a new job as Christmas approaches, but not everyone in the household may survive the holidays. In this tension-filled novel by best-selling author Anne Perry. A new Debbie Maycomber, Dear Santa. This is a large print edition, and we have it in regular print as well. Special holiday wish list brings about hope, love, and second chances in this nostalgic novel from the Queen of Christmas Stories, Debbie Maycomber. And a new Janet Ivanovich, Tempting 28, Game On. It's a Stephanie Plum novel. Stephanie Plum returns to hunt down a new kind of master criminal in the 28th book in the wildly popular series, Game On. We have that in audiobook as well. New Michael Connelly, Renee Ballard and Harry Bosch novel, The Dark Hours. A brazen methodical killer takes on New Year's Eve, and the LAPD detective Renee Ballard and Henry Bosch must join forces to find justice for the victim in a city scarred by fear and social unrest. Michael Connelly. New one by Louise Erdrich, a novel, The Sentence. In her stunning and timely new novel, Pulitzer Prize and National Book Award winning author Louise Erdrich creates a wickedly funny ghost story, a tale of passion, of a complex marriage, and of a woman's relentless errors. Louise Erdrich. New Ken Follett, Never, a novel. The newest must-read from the master storyteller Ken Follett. More than a thriller, it's an action-packed, globe-spanning drama set in the present day. Never. It's heavy. A new Jack Ryan novel from Tom Clancy, Chain of Command. The United States has stared down many threats with President Jack Ryan at the helm. But what if he's not there when we need him? That's the question facing a nation in the most shocking entry in Tom Clancy's new best-selling series. Thomas Perry, The Left-Handed Twin, a Jane Whitefield novel. A deadly crime syndicate tracks rescue artist Jane Whitfield through the wilds of the Northeast. Thomas Perry. This is a new fantasy science fiction by Stephen Erickson. The God is Not Willing. It's the book one of the Witness trilogy, a novel of the Malazan world. The thrilling first novel in an epic new fantasy. Awesome, looks cool. Next one, Our Country Friends by Gary Schneingart. There cannot be more relevant novel for our moment, certainly not with such beauty of description, depth, and feeling, and always humor, a masterpiece. 8 friends, 1 country house, 4 romances, and 6 months in isolation. A story about love, friendship, family, and betrayal that reads like Chekhov on the Hudson. Gary Schneingart. And last one, Small Pleasures, a novel by Claire Chambers. In the best tradition of Anne Patchett and Tessa Handley, an astonishingly keenly observed story of an ordinary British woman in the 1950s whose dutiful life takes on a wholly unexpected turn in a struggle between propriety and passion. Emma Chambers. Claire Chambers. Okay.
Okay, so moving on to the nonfiction. First we've got Renegades Born in the USA, Dreams, Myths, and Music. That's a collaboration between Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, they do
It says
podcast together.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, it does say 2 longtime friends take you beyond the groundbreaking podcast with an expanded conversation and never before seen speeches, archival material, and original lyrics.
Awesome.
Interesting. This one is called Authentically Uniquely You. It's by Joyce Meyer. Living free from comparison and the need to please. So she's been around for a while, written lots of books, should be good. Then we have The Genome Defense, inside the epic legal battle to determine who owns your DNA. That's by Jorge L. Contreras. This one is very timely for this time of year, An All-American Christmas. That's by Rachel Campos Duffy and Sean Duffy. It's just a collection of memories and recollections of different of the Fox News anchors talking about their family memories of Christmas and traditions, things like that. Then we have Corey Mintz's book, The Next Supper, The End of Restaurants as We Knew Them and What Comes After.
Scary.
This one is called Red Roulette, an insider story of wealth, power, corruption, and vengeance in today's China, and that's by Desmond Shum. This one is Midnight in Washington, How We Almost Lost Our Democracy and Still Could, by Adam Schiff. Carefree Black Girls, a celebration of black women in popular culture, by Zeva Blade. This is The Gucci Mane Guide to Greatness. That's by rapper Gucci Mane. Lightning Down, a World War II story of survival, by Tom Clavin. And we have the newest from Brett Baer, To Rescue the Republic, Ulysses S. Grant, The Fragile Union, and the Crisis of 1876. If you're into presidential history, check that out. We also have Confronting Christianity, 12 Hard Questions for the World's Largest Religion, and that's by Rebecca McLaughlin. We have this memoir titled Will, from Will Smith. And finally, we have another memoir called My Body, that's by Emily Ratajkowski.
Awesome. And then we have a few DVDs and CDs. First one, Glenn Close and Mila Kunis, 4 Good Days. A long estranged mother and daughter navigate the most difficult 4 days of their lives together in a heartbreaking and hopeful story based on real life events. Next, My Salinger Year, Sigourney Weaver and Margaret Qualley, After leaving graduate school to pursue her dream of becoming a writer, Joanna gets hired as an assistant to Margaret, the stoic and old-fashioned literary agent of J.D. Salinger. Next one, Miss Fisher's Modern Murder Mystery, Series 2. We have Series 1, so here's a follow-up on that. And then another follow-up, Broken Wood Mysteries, Series number 7. And then some of our CDs, we've got My Monticello, Jocelyn Nicole Johnson, a young woman descended from Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings, driven from her neighborhood by a white militia. A university professor studying racism by conducting a secret social experiment on his own son, and a single mother desperate to buy her first home even as the world hurtles towards catastrophe, each fighting to survive in America. Next one, The Lincoln Highway, a novel by Amor Towles. In June 1954, 18-year-old Emmett Watson is driven home to Nebraska by the warden of a juvenile work farm where he has just served 15 months for involuntary manslaughter. The Lincoln Highway. Next one is the latest one by Sophie Kinsella, The Party Crashers. It's almost been 2 years since Effie's beloved parents got divorced. Since then, she's become estranged from her father and embarked on a feud with his hot and much younger girlfriend, Krista. The Party Crashers. Next one by Lisa Jewell, The Night She Disappeared. It's a beautiful summer night in the charming English suburb when Tallulah and Zach head out to the bar for the first time since the birth of their infant son. A party at a massive country estate of new college friends seems like the perfect way to unwind until morning comes and the two don't make it home. The Night She Disappeared. Kind of crazy. The Stolen Lady by Laura Morelli. From the acclaimed author of The Night Portrait comes a stunning historical novel about two women separated by 500 years who each hide Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa with unintended consequences. All Her Little Secrets, Wanda M. Morris. All Her Little Secrets is a brilliantly nuanced but powerful powerhouse exploration of race, the legal system, and the crushing pressure of keeping secrets. All Her Little Secrets. And this is Lightning Down, which is the companion to the book that we told you about in nonfiction, American fighter pilot doomed to die in Buchenwald but determined to survive. Lightning Down by Tom Clavin. And The Boys by a memoir of Hollywood and the Family by Ron Howard and Clint Howard. You'll recognize him as Opie from the Andy Griffith Show. This is a story of them growing up in Hollywood. And if you fancy any of these books, just come by the library and check them out. Thank you. Bye.